Hi, this is Mrs. Chen. This tutorial is about comparing and ordering numbers. Let's talk about comparing number first. When we compare a number, we usually use place value to compare the numbers. For example, in this case, we have 4,526 and 4,256. We compare the thousands place. We always start with the greatest value because they both are in 4,000s. We are not able to compare them, so we will move on to the hundreds place. I have 500 on one side and 200 on the other side. Because 500 is greater than 200, therefore 4,526 should be greater than 4,256. When the number is greater, we would put 2 dots next to that greater number. If the number is smaller, we're going to put 1 dot next to it. And when we connect the dots, that makes the comparison symbol. And this whole thing right here is called a comparison statement. I also remind my students that remember that the small number is trying to get stronger and bigger, kind of like an alligator. And so the alligator mouth would look like this, and they're eating the big number. So that's another way to check it. These two numbers are exactly the same as the one on top. This is 200, this is 500, and 200 is less than 500. So we're going to put 1 dot next to the smaller number and 2 dots next to the bigger number. We connect the dots, and this is the less than sign, greater than and less than. Now let's talk about ordering number. When we do ordering number problems, I always remind my students to underline what they are looking for. If the question say from greatest to least, they need to underline from greatest to least and write a big G, capital G, an arrow, and a small L. If the question is about from least to greatest, they will need to underline it and write small L to big G. By doing so, it will remind them what they are looking for first. Are they looking for the greatest number first or the least number first? The strategy we use to order number is called railroading. Here is an example. I have 4 numbers. I put them in place value charts. And let's say this question is about from greatest to least. So I put G to L. We are looking for the greatest number first. First, we start with the thousands place, the greatest value we have. Because these 4 numbers, they're all in the thousands, and 9 is the greatest one among all the numbers. So I know that this is the greatest number. And because the 9 makes the difference, we circle it, and then we're going to cross it out and put a 1 next to it and copy the number at the very bottom of the page. There you go. So that is your greatest number. Second greatest number. They all start with 8,000. So we'll move on to the hundreds place. We have a 1, a 9, and a 1. We know 900 is greater than 100. Therefore, this is the second greatest number. 9,318 is greater than 8,931. And we connect the dot here. There you go. This third greatest number, we have 8,000 on both number, 100 on both. Therefore, we move on to the tens. 3 tens and 9 tens. 9 tens is greater than 3 tens. So we circle the 9, cross it out, and this is your third greatest number. Again, bigger number 2 dots, smaller number 1 dot. And this number is 8,193. The last number would be this one, the fourth one. And let's finish it up by writing it at the bottom. 8,139. So this is the answer for this particular problem using railroading. And sometimes we will see questions like this. They will give you groups of numbers and ask you to order them either from least to greatest or greatest to least. Once again, first thing they should do is underline what they're looking for, from least to greatest or from greatest to least, and write L to G here. For this kind of problem, because they have 4 groups of numbers, I told my students that they don't need to do railroading for every single group. They just need to look and take a quick guess, education guess, which one should be the answer. And after analyzing, if they think, let's say D is assumed to be the answer that they think it is, they will do railroading using this strategy, railroading on the paper, just these 4 numbers on D to prove that their answer is correct. Hopefully this video will help you with ordering and comparing numbers. Thank you very much.